Hi everybody, it's Elisa with Alexandria Makers Market, and I am here with one of our week 4 featured vendors. This is Donna of Donna Reinsel Art, and I am so excited to bring and show you what she has to offer. So Donna, thank you so much for being here. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm so well, thank you. Let's jump right in. Would you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I guess my education is, I went to the University of Maryland. I have a degree in design from there. I did some graduate work in architecture, and then I went to the Corcoran School of Art, Corcoran School of Art and Design now. And most of my work was done in metal sculpture and steel furniture design and construction. Then I actually had a big studio up in Baltimore and did lots of furniture and lighting fixtures, some of them really big. If you're ever in DC, you could see them at Fogo de Chao, is a restaurant at Pennsylvania F Street in that area. They're like 14 feet tall lighting fixtures hanging from the ceiling. There's another restaurant like that in Union Station called the Thunder Grill, and it's right inside the doors at the front doors of Union Station. I did another big restaurant in New York called Red, and there's one out in Beverly Hills, and I do these really big fixtures for those. And I did work too for movies like Batman Forever and Super Mario Brothers movie and some other movies. Vampire in Brooklyn has some of my work. That's an Eddie Murphy movie. They told me that Dennis Hopper took one of my chandeliers, so he's one of my heroes. So that was good to hear. And then I moved down here from Baltimore about 13 years ago. And I started teaching at the Art League School in Alexandria, teaching metal sculpture and steel furniture design and construction. I started making jewelry after my son was born. I just needed something smaller that I could do at home, and welding is not really conducive to having a baby with you. So I just started making jewelry instead. And I still make furniture and lighting fixtures, but lately, especially lately during the pandemic, I've been doing more small work.
I was just going to ask you about that because I've followed you on social media and I've seen such a range. And so right now with the jewelry pieces, where are you really finding your inspiration for those? Is it still back to those big architectural ideas that you had from the past, or where is this coming from?
Some of my work, I do different styles. So some of it is based in my older steel work, which I still do. I mean, almost everything I do is based in steel. I'll show you some of the work I've done more recently, which I think if I can show you this, this is steel, and you can tell that from the back. It's all steel, but then it has bronze and copper fused onto it. This is what I call Iron Age. So this really goes back to my metal work. This is another big piece called Cheops, and that's that same bronze and steel. And just one more. Oh, this one's funny. It's kind of an odd piece, but that's another necklace. So that's work that I do with just the steel. Do you want me to show you some more? Okay. One piece. These are little bracelets. This is called a Iron Age skinny bangle. And I don't know if you can see the variation in color and texture on these. But these are $30 on my website. So they make a good gift, and everyone's different. Everything I do with steel, the pieces I just showed you and everything else with metal, except silver, is coated with a really nice finish that both protects your skin, you know, from discoloration. Here are a couple more pieces. And it protects your skin, and it also protects the metals from changing color. Things like this piece are all, so I've been doing, you know, a lot of my steel work.
I was going to say, well, I'm originally from Pittsburgh, and so of course we have a huge steel history there.
Yes.
And it's very cool to see what beautiful pieces can actually come from that, since really my exposure has really been more functional over form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I was born in Pennsylvania too. My family's from Clarion County,
Yeah.
North of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And I think some of my history of my family, both my parents grew up on farms there. And then one of my grandfathers was a gas well driller and the other one was a coal miner. So they're very Pennsylvania.
Oh, yes.
With the fossil fuels up there and everything. But no, I feel like some of my steel work has been influenced by my family's history.
Oh, I could see that for sure. No, that was really cool. What about right now during quarantine? What have you been working on?
Well, I've gone to my my crochet work, which I guess would take me back to one of my grandmas who was a big crocheter. But this is my I don't know if you can see this from there, but I call these meditation necklaces. Here's another example here, which are totally crocheted wire. And then I try to find the most beautiful combinations of beads that I can find. And then this is what the clasps and everything look like. That is actually a little sterling tag with my name on it, that little tag. So I try to use sterling or at least silver plated findings and everything as much as possible. And during quarantine, I started using magnets as the clasps. Here's another one that kind of goes with that meditation necklace I showed you. It's the same colors, but these have the magnetic clasp. This one is my favorite right now. So they go together really well. I mean, if you can see how strong this magnet. Oops, I didn't do that. No. The magnet snaps together really well, and it's actually even a little bit hard to pull it apart. So that's a nice clasp. So that's the type of thing I've been working on since I've been at home.
Such a wide variety.
Yeah.
From I'm picturing very, very massive from the things that you've told me about your pictures down to very intricate. So you have a very wide range there. Would you tell me more about your work with the Art League and Del Rey Artisans?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, so I teach at the Art League School, and the Art League Gallery too is part of the Art League, and the Art League Gallery is actually inside the Torpedo Factory. So they have shows running like all the time. Now they're online, but you can apply to be in the shows and once a month if you're a member there, and then you know, you can see a lot of great artwork at those shows, and some of it is so reasonably priced. If I were, you know, a collector, I would be there a lot looking for work because there's some beautiful work there. A lot of variety, and some of it's just amazing. Same thing with Del Rey Artisans in Del Rey. I'm a member there, and I show there pretty regularly. And that's another great place to see local Alexandria art.
I think that's wonderful. And those are two of my favorite places around town, only because, of course, we love local makers. And
Yes.
so for those of you who haven't had a chance to check out either of those places, here's my small little plug just to go check those guys out. And Donna, last question. Do you have any promotions that you're running, maybe for this Makers Market event or maybe just in general?
Yes, I'm doing 20% off everything on my website, donnareinsel.com. and free shipping for June and July. And then I'll review that after July and see if I'll continue that.
Well, I think now is actually the right time to get it then, because that sounds like it's kind of a bargain. But guys, you need to go and check out all of her work. Of course, she just mentioned her website, www.donnareinsel.com. And then you can also find her on social media at Donna Reinsel Art. And guys, she's of course linked to the Alexandria Makers Market website as well. She's a week 4 vendor, which means you order from Wednesday through Tuesday, and you can actually pick up your items at Port City with a contactless pickup. It's really easy. They drop it in the car for you. And so another option in terms of getting her goods into your hands. So guys, go check her out and all of our other week 4 vendors. And of course, thank you to Port City for partnering with us for this event. Donna, thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you so very much.
Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.